Nobody's asking us how we're doing. Like I said, especially in my community, amongst, black men, this stereotype that we're all strong, we're all thugs, we're all supposed to be mean and gangster, and we're expected to work, we're expected to protect, we're expected to do this, Hey, I remember being a kid, you fall, don't cry, get up and keep going. Black men in general, as a whole, well, you guys are supposed to be tough, you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to be that and that. Like, well, I'm human, I have emotions, I have feelings, I want to be loved just like everybody else wants to be loved, so.
If we look at, the history, we've been, the African American male has been demonized, since we were brought to this country. But I think just, I think that, a lot of times that we're perceived as criminals, you know what I mean?
I'm 6'7" and a little over 300 pounds. So I got like 2.5 strikes against me. I'm black and I'm big. When I'm trying to get a point across and I come off as like intimidating. And so not only that, it's the way you dress, or sometimes it's been the way I'm smelled.
Or if I'm perceived as being agitated or angry, then I'm gonna be perceived as being aggressive. Hey, I have every right to be upset. I have every right to be, but you're not gonna get, and especially you're not gonna get anything like that. And especially if you're African American, and especially if you're a man, you're gonna be perceived as a threat. And so when we see someone in crisis, they may need help, but they may be acting out, and they may be acting aggressively, and they're seen as a threat rather than our Caucasian, white counterpart who's not seen as a threat, who we feel sorry for.
It's a system problem. So there are good people within the system, but if the system works one way, then that's how it works. The system is not set up to help the black man.
White person can go off on the police and not have to really worry about it. If we go off, we're hog-tied, bound to jail. So it's kind of like that, you know what I mean? It's kind of like when you see a black person get stopped by police, we know how to behave. We know how to say, yes, sir, you know what I mean? Whereas we don't, are not aggressive, that could turn into something negative. Just I'm not doing anything wrong, but if I'm have to be just, hey, put my hands up off the bat. I'm not so this is the same kind of mentality when you're seeking kind of social services.
A lot of times you can just get put on the back burner. It's like, well, no one's talking about black men and their feelings or what's affecting them on a day-to-day basis. We got to deal with life. We got to deal with the stereotypes. We got to deal with racism. We got to deal with, it's just so much pressure, on me, and I know on other black men as a whole, just to exist.
But it's still a lot of stigma associated with being black and being homeless, man.
I remember where people would walk by me, I would be asking somebody for directions, they would see me with all the bags on and they would get on the other side of the street. Oh, no, you know what I mean? It's just like, run away from me because I'm carrying all my bags on. I'm carrying everything I own on my back. And they didn't, you know what I mean? So I feel as if homeless people are already kind of seen as the other. And then you multiply that by being homeless and black. So you like a double stigma. So it made me feel like I was invisible, like I didn't matter. Like whatever needs I had, whatever problems I had, I didn't matter. And you could care less, you know what I mean? So it made me feel like there was nowhere to turn, you know what I mean?
Just recently, I've started to, specifically with black men, people that look like me. I do it with my brothers and with my friends. I wake up and before we start a conversation, I ask them, first off, how you doing today? And you'll be surprised how many people are not doing okay. So just for someone to ask me how I'm doing, I might not be doing okay. And just the fact that you asked me might give me the strength I need to get through the day or to get through my situation.
They have to put people out there in the field that understand and know what it is from experience. Man. That's what recovery coaching is about. People with learned experience, helping people that's gone through just what they done been through. That's what helped the most.
We were talking about policing. So what do we think was one way to make the policing more fair in our urban neighborhoods? Have more African American police officers. So what do I think would make it more fair in that context of the same thing? Hire more African American case managers, or hire more people who were homeless and now are not homeless.
You got to get people out there with them people that's been there and done that can sympathize with them a bit, that can get on their level, but still have a boundary. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's another thing. That's not afraid to go in the trenches. Because let's just face it, some of them it's horrific to some people, but to us, oh man, that's Joe Blow. That's what he do.
It needs to be more black men in these higher positions to spread the knowledge or whatever the job title or position might be. Well, hey, now I'm coordinator over such housing and coordinator over this. So as a black man, I understand the issues and the problems that are going on. So I can not only relate more to other black men, but I know the things the barriers that are put up.
If I don't like the way something is, well, do something about it. Try to find out what you need to do to be able to do something about it. And it starts right here where we at now.
It starts with the conversation, but it's a system problem. And until the system changes, it's just, I don't see this changing.
We have to take it one day at a time and just do the best you can. But just one day at a time.